Good evening, everyone. And how are you feeling? Margo Durant-Callender. Just a quick message that I have for you guys. The first time that I met Margo, it so happened that down in Briar Hall, the houses are a bit close. So we heard a little knock knock on the neighbor's door. And then we heard, I'm Margo Durant-Callender, the running candidate for. And we said, oh, some trouble now. As she get next door here. So soon we inside and we planning and we got a lot of questions and we trying to carry she to the baller, as people would say. So she come now. Good night, good night. Before she could step foot in, we had she chew up. But she ain't run. She didn't run. She stood there and she took everything. She listened, and I mean she hear. She listened, and she said, okay, no problem. I went in a week, she did back at the house. I said, well, boy. Now this is a first. Margo is a strong individual with a vision for her community, which I believe with the help and determination of her constituents, she can and she will back you. I believe that Margo will be the backbone for Christchurch West Central. We've heard about all people whom she has helped and trying to help even now. The person she has personally helped out of her own pockets. And let me tell you, that is courageous. Very courageous. That only describes a small portion of what Margo Durant-Callender is. Caring, compassionate, understanding, and she's also a great listener. And the thing is that she always has something positive to say. Nothing negative. It is never, I can't. It is always, let me see what I can do. And what I believe that Margo will defend us. She will not only push us as individuals, but every person as a community to better help ourselves and our families. And God knows that we, the people of Christchurch West Central, we do need somebody like Margo in this constituency. We all know about the promises that have been made to the younger persons, especially about these jobs that when they get there, we can get a job. They're going to help we out, But you ain't hearing nothing more. The better living conditions that everybody, including myself, that I would like. We ain't see them yet. We ain't see them. Help for the elderly and the overcrowded households. You all see anything yet? No. All right then. Not once did no one even dare to ask you about furthering our education. I am a testimony to it because now I have that ability. I am educated. Thank you, Margo. That's right. She's not in yet. And I am a testament to the wonderful things and the wonderful person that Margo is. Remember that nothing can happen without you. Every single one of you that have the ability to go out there and place that X on that ride on the 21st of February. And this is a continuous collaboration. The community plus Margo. She's just added to what I know Christchurch West Central has already. You've been asking, you've been pleading for change. Margo is finally here. We want you to come out and assist Margo so that at the end of the day, that Margo is able, because she's willing, that she's able to better help us within this community and the Christchurch West Central. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Miss Margo Durant-Callender.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be here this evening as a live man. Earlier in the night, I was coming down Callender's Road, and for some reason, I had a flat, and the car just swerved off the road onto the side of the left-hand side of the road, the right-hand side of the road going down. To be truthful, I was really shocked. As a matter of fact, I thought I was going to die. And I didn't even get home, or I didn't even get home to change my clothes. I was just trembling. Yeah. However, I'm extremely glad to see that there is still a good crowd in Oyston tonight. I'm very disappointed that I was not here to speak for about 30 to 40 minutes, because this is my stomping ground. And I was also interested in making sure that I would have been here to speak with Margo as well. I really have a lot of confidence in Margo. I've known her for quite some time. During the last few years, we have had several discussions, and then I suggested to Margo that she was the right person to run in this constituency. I would have had my time, and I think Margo right now should be in a position to get another 15 years, somewhat similar to what I did. And I hope that the people in Christchurch West Central, in Sargent Village, in Vauxhall, in Silver Hill, in Gold Hill, will support her in a big way as they have supported me. And I will be on the ground almost every day as from now, trying to get as much support as possible for Margo. Yeah. Anyhow, I've been fortunate to be alive this evening, and I can only thank God for that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
This is a very humbling experience. Good evening, Gold Hill. Good evening, Church Hill, Montrose, Water Street, Silver Hill, Caneville, and all of the districts within earshot. My constituents. Destiny brings me here tonight. I am here because duty calls. And And here I am, and here is where I intend to stay. Christchurch West Central, are you ready? Are you ready? I like that. I sense that a new day is dawning. And I can see better days ahead. 5 years ago, you lived in a country where unemployment was down to 6%. You had money in your pockets. You had hope. But there's little hope right now under a Democratic Labour Party government. You went about your business with a sense of comfort, and now all of that has changed. Jobs are hard to come by. Far from businesses opening, they are closing. Jobs hard to come by, money hard to come by. And what is even worse is that a government which promised to bring about change has brought about change for the worst. Tonight, many people in this country have no one to turn to because those persons who would have helped them are unable to do so because they themselves are experiencing difficulty. Some of them might have lost their jobs, and some of them might have had their salaries and wages drastically reduced. So all around, we are feeling hopeless. And everywhere I go, I keep hearing the same story. Things bad. Things bad. Things dread. But this Democratic Labour Party government denies. They are in denial. They promise that there will be a better life for all. But they fail to keep any of those promises. We know that better can be done. And we know that better must be done. Tonight, I have come with a message of hope for my constituents of Christchurch West Central. Tonight, I am here to tell you that help is on the way. I am here to tell you that there will be a better tomorrow. I am here to tell you that we in the Barbados Labour Party will do everything possible to restore that hope. And I am looking forward to working with the Oinatha government. I am looking forward to working with Oinatha and his Barbados Labour Party team. Because right now, we need leadership. Right now, we don't need inertia. Right now, we don't need incompetence. Right now, we don't need a prime minister who will be asleep. The Barbados Labour Party will do everything possible to restore this country to its former glory. And me, Margo. Margo, that's my name. I commit myself to working with the young, the not so young, and the old. I commit myself to working hand in hand with the men, the women, and the children. I will support any initiative designed to help the persons in my constituency. Any initiative designed to reduce the cost of living, because the high prices right now affect most of my constituents. I am committed. All. I will. I will focus on assisting the youth in pursuing their dreams. I will work on helping the constituents on issues affecting them. I propose to launch an educational fund to assist school leavers, vulnerable school leavers, with post-secondary education and training. In the sporting arena, teams will be recognized and rewarded for outstanding achievement, and a fund set up to assist them financially. Special effort will be made to ensure that residents' associations will be set up to help with community cohesion and protection, especially for our elderly. Organization of relevant social activities for the youth, women, sports enthusiasts, cultural enthusiasts will be undertaken. And lobbying for infrastructural development and maintenance will be an ongoing process. Lights, housing, roads, those are the things, drainage. Those are the things that will be going on every day. We have set up a charitable organization called Family of Christchurch West Central. This organization is set up to help vulnerable persons in the community, facilitating their personal development and promoting their involvement in economic and social activity. And among its objectives will be to identify leaders in the community and organizations who will help us to bring the communities together. This organization will be funded by persons who will be kind enough to help us to raise funds. I am ready. I am willing. And I am able. I can do the job. And I want to do the job of representing you. I want to do the job of serving you. And yes, it is about time that you recognize that a woman can do this job. It has been a long time in coming. It has been a long time in coming since adult suffrage. You have not ever had a woman serving you. Now is the time. Yes. 5 years ago, you put your trust in a man from Gall Hill. But obviously it was the wrong Gall Hill. St. John? St. John? Obviously it was the wrong St. John, because he does not understand you. He does not want to deal with you. And he obviously does not care about you. And everywhere I go in this constituency, you tell me you took him in and he took you for granted. For years, you have chosen representatives who understood you. Representatives who you knew and who knew you. Like Joe. You have never had it so bad. But that will change. Margo is here. And you know what I need you to do? I need you to send him back through the door. We grew up with hopes and dreams. And even though we lived simple lives, we always looked forward to a bright future. But all that has changed. Under a Democratic Labour Party-led government, there's little hope. There is little hope. And all over this country, people are experiencing hardships. And the older ones among us will remember the early 1990s when people lost their jobs or had their salaries cut by 8%. And now, in a similar way, we are forced to endure hardships created by the Democratic Labour Party. Our experience has been one marked by condemnation, insults, and threats coming from those who we elected to serve us, to protect us. We don't need that. The people of Barbados look forward to the return of a team that has proven over and over again that it cares about Barbados, a team that has proven over and over again that it can handle the affairs of this country. The Right Honorable Owen Seymour Arthur. He made promises which he kept, and he made Barbados proud. He made Barbados proud. So, ladies and gentlemen, if ever there was a time to protect this country, it is now. Again, repeat that. If ever there was a time to protect this country, it is now. The Barbados Labour Party will do everything possible to rescue, rebuild, and restore this country. Everyone is aware that the Democratic Labour Party failed miserably to keep one of its major promises, and that is to reduce the cost of living. The reality is that they have presided over a 33% increase in prices. They have brought this country to the brink. And whenever you have needed them most, what they do, they throw their hands up in the air and look around for someone else to blame for their incompetence. That's all right. He can blame me all he like. And in 5 years, everything has gone up, like bills, water bills, food. They even try to tax your bicycle to get it done. Your cell phone. They What they did as soon as they get in is to tax everything. But you know, just today one of my constituents called me. And she said, Margo, you have my full support. And you have the support of my entire family. These people have eroded 25 years of my life in just 5 years. Things went from bad to worst, and now I am on the breadline. That's heart-wrenching. But that is only one of the horror stories that I hear every day. Just one. The construction centers almost ground to a halt. Masons, carpenters, steel benders, tilers. They are all right now pondering where to get their next dollar. And our youth. I spend a great deal of time on the so-called blocks. And it pains me to see the number of young people in this constituency who are unemployed. And it breaks my heart when they say nobody don't care about we. But I will say to you, my boys and girls on Bangkok, 12 gauge, wrong turn aliens, and all the other areas in this constituency, I care. I will be there for you. You can count on me. I'm going to say that again, too. You can count on me. And we have a prime minister, well, apart from sleeping, we have a prime minister who, we have young people coming out of school every year looking for jobs. And with his usual lack of finesse, he is going to put his head up in the air and tell them, don't look to government for no work. So what that means is, no matter how qualified you are, no matter how long you have studied or what you have studied, we government ain't got nothing for you. So, Frandel, you are creating more blocks in this country. But I want to say to you tonight, the young people, the old people, you are going to make it. We are going to make it, despite or in spite of them. But I got to talk about some of them promises that they make to these young people. They made so many promises to our young people. And I can say it again. I love the old people. I love the people like Sandra and them who are not so old. But the young people have a special place in my heart. And this Democratic Labour Party government have taken them for a ride. All of the promises that they made to these young people, none of them have been implemented. None. The people of Barbados are tired, sick and tired of indecisive, incompetent government. They look forward again to Owen Arthur and his Barbados Labour Party team, this great Barbados Labour Party team. Yeah, he does. This country had a chance to see the difference between a party that has no regards for his promises and a party, the great Barbados Labour Party, that takes his promises seriously. And now is your chance. Now is your chance to do the right thing. Now is your chance to ensure that the Barbados Labour Party will rescue this country. And from every corner, people are sending out an SOS, and we have answered that call because we have a duty. We have a duty to the shopkeepers who are struggling to survive. We have a duty to those young artisans who are unable to find work. We have a duty to our senior citizens whose pensions going to pay bills. We have a duty to our craftsmen, our businesses, our businessmen who are on the brink of bankruptcy. We have a duty to those young women and men who are coming out of school without a hope of getting a job. We have a duty to those householders who are running out of ways to make ends meet. We have a duty to all Barbadians who are undergoing oppression from this DLP government. We have a duty. Barack Obama, President of the United States, once said, the best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. So I'm asking you tonight to do something. Help us to help you. Help us to help you. All over this country, people are crying out. The time for action. Let me hear you. The time for action is now. Let us all get on board. Focus on delivering the best for Barbados. Now is the time to turn tears to laughter. Now is the time to turn despair to hope. The Barbados Labour Party is here for you. Margo Durant-Callender is here for you. I have heard your cries. I empathize with you. I am there for you. Every single one of you, man, woman, boy, and girl. So let me hear you. Things dread, we voting. Things dread. Things dread. Things dread. Come February 21st, go out there and vote. Vote for all 5 candidates in Christchurch: Desmond, Wilfred, Maria, Jerome, Margo. Vote Barbados Labour Party. Vote to secure your children's future. Vote for a better tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night and God bless.